You don't replay conversations by accident. It starts small. Something you said, something they said, a moment that felt slightly off, and your mind goes back to it. You run it again. What did they mean by that? Did I say the wrong thing? Should I have responded differently? At first, it feels like you're just thinking it through, trying to understand it. But then it keeps coming back. Later that day, that night, even days after. The same conversation, the same lines, the same questions. And no matter how many times you go over it, it doesn't settle. So you keep replaying it, trying to find the version that finally feels right. But here's the shift. You're not replaying the conversation to understand it. You're replaying it to try and change how it felt. You're trying to resolve the discomfort, the awkwardness, the uncertainty, the feeling that something wasn't quite right. Because your brain doesn't like unfinished situations. It wants closure. It wants a clear answer. Was that okay? Did I handle that well? What do they think of me now? And when it doesn't get that answer, it keeps searching, revisiting the moment, looking for something you might have missed, something that will finally settle it. But here's the problem. You can't resolve a past moment by thinking about it. You can only experience it again. And every time you replay it, you're reinforcing the importance of it, making it feel bigger than it actually is. There's also something deeper underneath it. Your brain is wired for social awareness, to pick up on cues, to understand how you're being perceived, because being accepted matters. So when something feels slightly off in an interaction, your mind flags it. It treats it like something important, something that needs to be figured out, even if, in reality, it wasn't that significant. And the more you focus on it, the more it feels like it is. There's also the habit of trying to get things right, to say the right thing, to come across the right way. So when you feel like you didn't quite do that, it creates tension, and your mind tries to correct it by going back over it again and again. But that loop never finishes, because there's no perfect version to land on. So the shift isn't about trying to stop the thoughts completely. It's about recognizing what's actually happening, that you're not solving anything, you're just revisiting. And instead of following the thought every time it appears, you let it be there without engaging with it. You don't try to answer it. You don't try to fix it. Because it doesn't need fixing. It's already happened. And over time, your brain starts to learn something. That not every moment needs analyzing. That not every interaction needs to be perfect. And that the feeling of discomfort can pass without being solved. And maybe that's the truth. You don't replay conversations because they're that important. You replay them because your mind is trying to protect your sense of belonging. It just doesn't know when to stop. And once you see that clearly, you stop chasing the perfect version of what you should have said, and start letting the moment stay where it belongs, in the past.